on happy online learning on the subject mobile communication. Today we are going to discuss on handover mechanism used in the GSM, handover or handoff. It is actually the transfer of mobile unit from one base station control to another base station control. There are 4 stages. First portion is initiation, where either the mobile unit or the network determines the need for handoff and initiates necessary network procedure. Second is resource reservation, that providing appropriate voice and control channel. Third is execution, that actual transfer of control from one base station to another base station. And completion, that unnecessary network resources are released and made available to the mobile user. If consider the mobile unit is moving from one base station area to another base station area, here we can consider the examples. Mobile unit 1 is at position A, is moving to the position B, which is within the range of base station 1 and far away from base station 2. When the mobile unit is reached to the position C, it receives the signal from both the base stations and with the same power, and the 2 base stations should be setting up the handoff, that is initiation and the resources reservations. And when the mobile unit crosses from cell 1 area to cell 2 area, handoff should be executed and completed. Why there is need to have the handover or handoff? When the signal strength measured by either of the base station or the mobile unit falls below a particular predetermined threshold level, handoff occurs. Or in case of emergency, network resources management forces the handoff to free the resources. Handover process. GSM handover process uses mobile assisted techniques for accurate and the fast handover to maintain the quality of user connection link and to manage the traffic distribution. The overall handover process is implemented in between MS, BSS and MSC. So required informations are collected by all the 3 stages. At mobile station unit, it receives or it measures radio subsystem downlink performance, signal strength received from the surrounding station, whereas these measurements are sent to the BSS. BSS measures uplink performance for the MS being served and also assess the signal strength of the interference. After initial assessment of the measurement in conjunction with the defined threshold, the handover strategy may be performed in the BSS. MSC perform assessments requiring measurements result from either BSS or either from information received from the neighbor or another MSC. What type of the measurements we can say that? When the MS is engaged in the speech conversations, the portions of TDMA frame is idle while the rest of the frames is used for uplink and downlink. During the idle time period of the frame, MS changes radio channel frequency and monitors and measure the signal level for the best neighbor cell, and measurement which feeds the handover decision algorithm is made at both the ends of the radio link. Handover types. There are 4 different types of the handover: intra-cell handover, intra-BSC handover, inter-BSC handover and inter-MSC handover. Let's see one by one. Intra-cell. Intra means within. So here it consists of single BSC, single BTS, and mobile call is handed from time slot 3 to time slot 5 in the same cell area only. It is triggered only in case of interferences. Second type is intra-BSC. So within the BSC range only. So it consists of more than 2 BTS but single BSC. In this case, call is handed from time slot 3 of cell 1 to time slot 1 of cell 2. Both the cells are controlled by the same BSC. That is what we call as handover takes place between the different cells which are controlled by the same BSC. Third part is inter-BSC handover. It consists of 2 BSCs but controlled by single MSC, 2 different BTS, and call from slot 3 of cell 1 is handed over to time slot 1 of cell 2. Both the cells are controlled by the different BSCs. Handover takes place between the different cells which are controlled by different BSCs. And the fourth type is inter-MSC. It consists of 2 different MSCs, 2 different BSCs and the BTS, and in this case call is handed from time slot 3 of cell 1 to time slot 1 of cell 2. Both the cells are controlled by the different BSC, each BSC being controlled by a different MSC. Handover takes place between the different cells which are controlled by the different BSCs, and each BSC is controlled by different MSCs. What are the handover conditions? There are 5 different conditions. Because of that, handover is necessary. First part is the interference. If the signal level is high and still there is received quality problem, then received quality problem is because of the interference and handover took place. Second, if inappropriate signal received quality, then it is the received quality of actually voice. It is a part of network management. If it is ranges 0, that is less bit error rate, which is considered as the best one, and 7th level, which is treated as the worst, having the bit error rate of 15%. Received signal level, if it is not appropriate, then handover took place. It is the power level corresponding to average received signal level. It varies from negative 47 dB to negative 110 dB. In some books it is also mentioned negative 55 to negative 110 dBm. Distance or the timing distance, that is the actual distance between the MS and the BTS. It is the length of the time signal takes to reach the base stations from the MS. It ranges from 0 to 63 in units of bit period, and 1 bit period is of 3.69 microseconds. Power budget, it is used to save the power of MS. If handover is at MS end, that is mobile end, it measures continuously signal via associated control channel to the BSS, where actually decision of handover ultimately made. It measures serving cell downlink quality, what is the bit error rate of that, downlink received signal level, and the best neighbor cell downlink received signal. And MS also decodes the base station ID code from the best neighbor. Actually it collects the information from the 6 neighbors. Handover at the BSC end, it collects the informations, it measures uplink quality of the received signal level and MS to BTS site distance. MS RF transmit output power budget is also considered in handover decisions. If the MS can be served by either neighbor cell at lower power, the handover recommended. From the system perspective, handover may be considered due to loading or congestion conditions. In this case, MSC and BSC tries to balance channel uses among the sales. Handover when the MS idle time reporting. During the conversations, the MS only transmit and the receives 1/8 of the time, that is during the one time slot of each frame. During its idle time, the MS switches to BCCH of surrounding cell and measures its signal strength. The signal strength measurements of surrounding cells and the signal strength and the quality measurements of receiving cell are reported back to the SSCA, that is synchronous associated control channels. This information is evaluated by the BSS for use of deciding when the MS should be handed over to another traffic channel. This reporting is the basis of MS assisted, that is mobile assisted handover. What are the measurements at MS level? Following measurements are continuously measured or processed at the BSS. Measurements reported by the MS on synchronous associated control channels. What is the quality of received signal level? What is the quality of received signal level? Similarly, downlink neighbor cell received signal level. So all the three signal levels, it is reported to the BSS. BSS measures uplink received signal level. It also checks the received quality of the signals, and it also checks the distance between MS and BS, and it also checks the interference levels of unallocated time slots. Roaming, when we are moving from one area to another area, that the ability of cellular customer to automatically make and the receive voice calls, send the received data and access other services when traveling outside the geographical coverage area of the home network by means of using visited network. If visited network is in the same country as the home network, it is known as national roaming. If visited network is outside the home country, it is known as international roaming. If the visited network operates on the different technical standards than the home network, is known as inter-standard roaming. Roaming is for convenience. It keeps the single number systems, it maintains a single bill, and it requires the single phone. So thank you. See you again shortly with the new topic, with the new video, with the new learning. Have a nice day.